Questions? Hi. So in the initial slides, you showed that quite a lot of measurements, especially during the earlier times, were taken by amateur astronomers. So I'm wondering, so how how well are the filters that these amateur astronomers are using characterized, and is there a systematic way to convert them to filters that are used in astronomy? And also, is there a way to get error estimates on those measurements or assess the reliability of the measurements at earlier times by amateur astronomers?
Yeah, so this is a challenge. I think it varies like person to person. Some we use the term amateur astronomer very loosely. There are some people who have well-oiled machines and, have QE curves for their filters, and then there are some people who don't. So I know that there, at least for some of the observations, there was an effort to collect all of the images themselves and do a systematic processing. And that was happening kind of at later phases, but I think that is that's true. I'll also say M111 was an exceptional host. We're not imaging, every nearby galaxy with that frequency.
Yeah.
Great talk, Ashley. So my question is regarding the cadence tweak, which is there in the front. So do you have a sense of what would be a good optimal, which is a hard question, I know itself, for defining the signs that we want to do with the early part of supernovae? Like, it's a trial and error, like something which, but I would like to know your thoughts about any approaches that you would want to do in that sense.
Yeah. So I think my basic take is like longer would be better. But how much longer is hard. I will say there's 4% of observations that will have a third observation 3 hours later. So those will be cool. But I think even thinking about, an hour instead of a half an hour, you're going from here to here, that makes a significant difference. But I know that has impacts on other science cases. And so maybe there's a balance here. And I think I know Eric Bellum wrote a paper where he looked at different cadences and what timescales you're sensitive to with different cadences. So I think that would be another place I would look.
Great. Let's thank Asley again.